Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy MB, ready to do the daily breakdown of the S&P 500 on the futures market. Today is Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024, and we had a pretty decent day in terms of price action. It was a pretty straightforward day. The levels were relatively easy to read. So let me break it down for you. Starting right here 10 minutes before the open, we touched this demand zone where we got a nice buy yesterday around 12. So the same area acted as an area of support. We had buyers step in. And so once we got above this VWAP, the 9 moving average and the 30, it was such a bullish move that I thought that there was a chance for continuation. And so I got in long here at 835. We consolidated sideways, and so it actually was a bull flag. And so I got in a little bit early, but had you got in somewhere down over here, it would have been probably a smarter decision because you would have had the confirmation of consolidating sideways. But regardless, the first play of the day happened right here. So it was a bull flag. And then at 9 a.m. we had news, and the market actually reacted really well to it. The numbers were lower than expected, so it meant that inflation was going down, which the market absolutely loved. And so we had about a 20-point pump in this 5-minute candle. There were a few plays that I would give an honorable mention to, this being one of them. We consolidated sideways, after we got this bounce in this 5-minute. Sometimes off of news candles that are very bullish or bearish, the next 5-minute candle will give you an opportunity to get in. So once this candle finishes closing, your entry point is this right here. And it was, a little bit above the 9 moving average. It was above this pivot point. I pointed it out, but I was a little bit too scared to actually take this trade because of how extended this move already was. And so it's an honorable mention because it offered you 15 points to the upside in a relatively short amount of time, but I didn't actually take this trade, so I'm not going to count it even though it was another bull flag. So honorable mention number one. There's another one here later in the day, which I'll get to as well. So we had this area up here at 52.82 that I felt like would act as resistance. It was a previous support zone. We didn't quite approach there here at 10:30, but we got close and then got rejected. So I ended up taking a short right over here at 11:30. I actually took two shorts. I took one over here. That one got stopped out. And then I retook it because I was like, I'm just going to see if this short plays out. I'll have my stop above these highs. And literally within 10 minutes, this thing absolutely tanked and it hit my take profit. So I took 10 points right here. So that was a rare 10-point move in 10 minutes that I don't normally catch. So that was play number two, this double top. So play number three was this supply area where we had this big red candle. There were still sellers up here present. And so once we approach this area, you can see that we had this sell-off. So if you get in here at 110 or 105 or even 1250 was the first time we approached the supply zone. This was the area to get in, so at 78, and then it was about a 10-point drop in about an hour. So here's another play that's not really an honorable mention. So although we were forming a longer-term bull flag, I was actually anticipating this area to break down. I was like, maybe the 65 level will break. If it breaks, I'm going to look for a retest of that support zone and then take it short. But whenever we approached the 65, we ended up just blasting straight through it. So I'm not going to call this honorable mention because I feel like the honorable mention was down here. I was saying that if we got down to 45, I would take some longs off of the same demand zone, but we didn't. We went to 48 and then got the bounce. And so literally as it was dropping to this area, I even thought about taking a long here at 48 because I was like, well, if I get in at 48, a 5-point stop will put me at 43. It'll be worth getting in if we don't ever approach this demand zone because I wasn't sure, if we would bounce, anywhere in between here. And that's exactly what happened, but because I didn't take the actual long and because we didn't touch this demand zone, I didn't mark it as a play, but this was the second honorable mention of the day. And so from this 48 level, it was a 20-point move to the upside. So it did offer a good return, but it was kind of hard to find where this entry was, and so that's why I don't count this as a play. So those are the three plays of the day. A few honorable mentions where you could have taken some scalps. So now that there's buyers here at 48, if we end up getting back down there overnight, I'll probably take some longs, see if that holds up. I have my reasonings for that, but I got to keep that a secret. So that's pretty much it for today. I'll catch you tomorrow. I love you.